Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're ranking the top 10 best power forwards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM right now. And I will say, I do think the power forward position has become very stacked. Honestly, kind of every position has. The game just seems like it's really becoming extremely loaded with high level cards and versatility at a lot of different positions here in my team. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off with the number 10 card on this list, which is going to be Galaxy Opal Jaren Jackson Jr. Now, Triple J, I still think is absolutely viable. He's high level defensively. He's versatile. He does a lot of things really, really well. And I just think he's a very, very solid card, man. I mean, he's 6'10 with a 7'4 wingspan, good shooter, has good shooting badges. Finishing wise, not too bad. I mean, 85 standing and driving at this point isn't extremely elite, but I do still think he's a pretty solid card. Like, as a whole, I definitely still think that this Jaren can do a lot of things really, really well. So definitely wouldn't have any issues at all putting him at the number 10 spot on this list, especially considering he's solid defensively. His player build's good too. 6'10 but 7'4 wingspan is noticeable. Like, this position is just so loaded at this point. Like, number 9 is Joakim Noah. I'm using this card. I love this card. I think he's awesome. His dynamic duo makes him even better, but even as is, 92 speed, 95 agility and vert. He's great defensively. He's a really solid finisher, 84 3 ball, but more importantly, an absolutely cash money jump shot as well. I mean, this card is a stud. Big fan of all that Joakim can provide on the court, and I personally would have no issues at all with him this high on this list. I feel like it's actually pretty accurate to put him around here. So big fan of what Joakim can do as well here in my team for sure. I don't know. It's at the end of the day, it becomes opinion. Like, I feel like you could argue this card higher, and I personally kind of almost want to because I like him so much, but the position is so loaded. Like, is he my number 8 is Dark Matter Giannis. Is he better than Giannis? Giannis, he's got a better jumper than Giannis, but Giannis is faster. His player build's bigger. He's got a better wingspan. I mean, his player build's at least as big. He's a better slasher. He does a little more off the dribble. Like, he's more versatile in terms of the perimeter defense. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it becomes very opinion based in a lot of ways, where you rank these cards and stuff like that and things of that nature. So I don't know. For me personally, it's tough to rank a position like this because I feel like there are so many good cards. Like, for me, I have Giannis at 8, and yet you're like, oh, Giannis is 8? He's like one of the best cards in the game. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my thought process at the end of the day, is that I just feel like it's very tough to rank positions at times and things of that nature. So I don't know. I like Giannis a lot, and I think he does a lot of really good things, but the honest truth is his shooting ability is a little bit limiting compared to a guy like number 7, Chet Holmgren. I mean, Chet's could probably be higher than 7 at center. He's better at center than he is at power forward, honestly. 7'1 with a 7'6 wingspan and an absolutely massive player build. I mean, I really, really like Chet as a card. I think he's extremely good. I think he does a lot of things really, really well. And I just feel like this position, like, just like anything else, this position has become absolutely loaded in a lot of ways. And so Chet gives you amazing defense. He's a real floor spacer. He's got good speed. His jumper is a little iffy. Probably the biggest thing that kind of holds him back. He doesn't do much off the dribble. Doesn't really need to, though. His defense is incredibly high level. The 96 3-ball matters, and it does improve his floor spacing ability noticeably. Like, I really like Chet. I think he's a very, very good card, and I think there are a lot of people who are probably not quite giving him the credit he deserves at the power forward position, but also he's really, really, like, souped at center. A lot of people use him at the center position, and understandably so. So in that respect, it's a little bit, I don't know. I would use him at center personally. I think he's a very good card, but for me, he's more of a center in my mind, at least, overall. So still number 7 at power forward is really good. Number 6, Joel Embiid, better jumper than Chet. Similar-ish size, a little bit smaller, but same speed. I like the jump shot better. A little bit better finisher, arguably, as well. Defensively, pretty similar. Doesn't quite have the player build aspect, but I like the improved jump shot. Yeah, hardened dribble style, by the way, is a really nice push cross, which overall is it a great sig? Not really. Does it do a lot of nice things, though? Absolutely. I think he's a very, very solid card. And for me personally, I have no issues with Chet at all here in this spot. Or, sorry, with Embiid in this spot. At power forward specifically, I would put him over Chet. I think it's very much more debatable at the center position as to which one is probably better. And honestly, I might lean Chet. We'll see where I rank him in their top 10. But for me, Embiid at number 6 feels right. And number 5 is Akeem. Honestly, Akeem and Embiid have been back-to-back in like every single ranking I've done. I literally just think Akeem is a slightly better Embiid. They have basically the same speed. Jumpers are both good. Embiid's got the higher 3-ball rating, but I like Akeem's jumper better. Also, Akeem's got better movement, and I think he's probably a little bit more impactful overall defensively, although not by a significant amount. Also, I'm just a big fan of Akeem, man. I think he's really, really good. I think he does a lot of things really, really well. And I honestly like the fact that he moves pretty good as well. De'Aaron Fox's escape is pretty good. Pro dribble style's better than most bigs have. I like this card. I think he's really, really solid, and I really like the jump shot too. Number 4 is going to be David Robinson. D-Rob is, I think, the second best for the non-100 overalls in my team at the power forward position. The thing that makes D-Rob so good is in fact, he's 7'1" with 7'5" wingspan, so he's got the size that you want, right? But what he also provides at an extremely high level is this elite level ability to be more of like a downhill guy. He's obviously extremely athletic with 95 standing and driving, but that speed is just so valuable for getting downhill. He's got Russell Westbrook's dribble style, which is actually pretty darn good. And he's also got a nice jump shot. I mean, doesn't have the best jumper in the game. I would say it's probably a Chet level jump shot. Realistically, it's not insane, but when you combine that with being 7'1", an incredible defender, amazing stats, elite athleticism, and just overall all the versatility you're looking for at the power forward or center position, I think D-Rob's about as good as it gets. But to me, I have Kareem as the best. And look, I get Kareem's jumper is a little bit below. Well, honestly, I don't mind the jumper off very quick. His 3-ball rating at 79 is a little bit lower end, right? The thing that's so nice about Kareem is he's 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan. He has easily the biggest player build of anybody on this list to this point. It's not even close, really. And I just think defensively, he is so dominant. And as a rebounder, there's not another card on this list that rebounds and defends the way that he is able to. So in my personal opinion, I really, really like this Kareem card a lot. I do think he's probably the best option right now, and for me personally, I would have no issues whatsoever putting him on this list at this spot. So that's just my opinion. Y'all might not agree with me, but I think he's the best power forward in the game because of his size and defense more than anything else. And honestly, I don't mind the jumper. I think he stretches the floor pretty well as well. But the top 2 are, unsurprisingly, the 100 overalls. I have KP as the second best. The reason that I put Pink Diamond on here, I've explained this multiple times in my lineup videos, but for whatever reason, 2KDB does not let me put 100 overall cards on their lineups, which is annoying. But maybe at some point they'll fix it. For the time being, 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan. We just got to use the placeholder of the Pink Diamond. But y'all know where I'm putting Kareem at the end of the day, right? I do think at the end of the day, he's 7'2" with 98 speed. Like, that in of itself is extremely valuable. Not to mention the fact that he is absolutely dominant in every way, as a shooter, as a defender, as a slasher. Like, he's 100 overall at 7'2". He's a glitchy card with a good jump shot who does pretty much everything well. I mean, he's an extremely high level card who does everything you're looking for at the power forward position. And I think if you wanted to argue him number 1, I wouldn't be mad at you for having that opinion. I personally wouldn't have that opinion, but that is just me. So I definitely think KP is as good as it gets, though, basically at his position right now in my team. So for me, KP gets that spot at the number 2 spot. But number 1 is, unsurprisingly, Shaquille O'Neal. I just think Shaq gets so many like dominant animations that it's honestly hard to compare to anybody else. He is, first of all, I think he's the fastest card in the game. Before anything else, I legitimately think he is the fastest card in the game. I don't know how else to describe it than that. He just is completely and utterly broken. It's honestly a bit obnoxious almost how good he is on the defensive end of the court and offensive end of the court with his speed. Playing against this card is legitimately annoying because he is so dominant. It's kind of ridiculous. It's almost hard to explain how good he is as a card, in my opinion. So I don't know. To me, I think he's the best option at the power forward position in my team. His jumper's also insane, because why not give 7'1" with 7'7" wingspan and some of the glitchiest animations in the game an incredible jump shot as well. And he's got Darius Garland dribble style. I mean, he dribbles better than KP. He feels faster. He feels more dominant physically. He's Shaq. Shaq cards are always awesome. And when they get jump shots like this and stuff like that, it's like, good luck. That's basically my overall opinion with Shaquille O'Neal. And that's definitely how he is this year. So with that being said, that is where the list is going to go for this one. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.